Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
6:07 now the time on this early Monday evening. Welcome back, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a wintry mix ahead for our Tuesday, and that comes in the form of mainly snow, but it looks like we could see some rain mixing its way in. So let's go right to what you need to know. We'll be seeing again snow, but it looks like as we head through the afternoon, some rain mixes in from the valley on toward the south, and that precipitation occurs between about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning through as late as 1 to 3 a.m. as we head through Wednesday morning. The main impact is going to be some slick spots, some limited visibility at times, and the combination of those two reducing in some slow travel for your Tuesday. We'll get to all that coming up in just a second. First things first, though, live look right now at downtown Utica where the sun is setting. So we're going from sunny skies over to clear skies. Temperature 23 degrees, but because of a calm wind, it still feels like 23. Visibility not affected. That dew point at -1 right now. That's a measure of how much moisture is in the air. That means that it is extremely dry. So you might have found yourself reaching for some of that lip balm or some moisturizer today, and you'd be right about that because it is very dry. And that's going to that dew point is going to come up as we get some moisture through our Tuesday. So as such, clouds will be on the increase toward and after midnight tonight, and temperatures bottoming out in the lower and mid-teens, maybe a few single digits out there. Right now, we are in the teens up toward our northeast. Saranac Lake at 17, Watertown at 18 right now, but we've got 20s to right around, if not just above 30 degrees. The further southwest that you go, the city at the present time sitting at 30 degrees. The radar statewide is scanning free and clear precipitation, but I expect that to change over the next 12 to 18 hours or so. The reason why is because even though we've got high pressure right now, keeping things dry and cold that originated from Canada down toward the southwest, though, we do have an area of low pressure, a trough associated with it, and that's going to bring some clouds and that wintry mix ahead for our Tuesday. So for that reason, we do have a winter weather advisory that goes into effect 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, but it goes through 1 a.m. on Wednesday for both Oneida and Otsego County, southern Oneida County, I should say, for changing driving conditions, some slick roads. And then for southern Herkimer, all of Fulton and Montgomery counties, it goes until 3 a.m. on Wednesday, not only because the precip is going to end a little bit later there, but also you're under a different National Weather Service office. But overnight tonight, we will see winds out of the east and southeast, making the single digits and teens feel more like the single digits, both above and below zero out there. Clouds will be on the increase tomorrow morning, and then by 9, 10, 11 a.m. from southwest to northeast, we will start to see that wintry mix starting up. It looks like it will start to snow area wide, but then as we get some warmer air above our heads and at the surface from the valley on toward the south during the afternoon, looks like it could mix with and change over to rain. North country, not so much with colder temperatures there, and it looks like you could see some accumulation, maybe as much as 2 to 4 plus, maybe 5 or 6 in some locations, coating to 2 inches generally from the valley on toward the south. But once we get beyond that, Wednesday could be off to a slick start on the roads. 43 for the high, though. We'll see partial sunshine out there. Then not far from that for Thursday and Friday with some showers Thursday afternoon through Friday morning. And then it looks like we get some good rain in here for Saturday with highs to 55 to 60 degrees. And then partly to mostly sunny for both Sunday and Monday of next week. And we also start daylight saving time again with highs still in the mid-50s. Thomas, back to you.
If it means more.
Is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Almost exactly 10:15 on this late Monday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some wintry mix for your Tuesday. That's ahead of us. That'll mainly be in the form of snow, but it looks like as we head into the afternoon, we could see things mixing with, if not changing over to rain for portions of our area. So let's take a look at that, what you need to know. The best chance of that is going to be between 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and maybe 1 to 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning. The main impact from that is going to be some slick spots, some reduced visibility at times, so generally some slow travel, but other than that, not anything that we haven't seen before. Something that we are going to see that we haven't seen in quite a long time is a total lunar eclipse that peaks tomorrow morning at 6:34 a.m. And there's unfortunately a couple of things that are not working in our favor for viewing that. First of all, the sunrise, or the moonset, I should say, tomorrow morning is at 6:29 a.m. But anywhere from about 6 to 6:15, you still can look out there and possibly see it. But the other thing that's not working in our favor is because of that storm system heading our way for the day tomorrow, bringing that wintry mix. A lot of us will unfortunately have a lot of clouds by that point. So certainly we hope things that continue to turn in the opposite direction and work in our favor. So if you're up tomorrow morning, you might be able to catch that. Right now we are seeing clear skies out there in downtown Utica, sitting at 16 degrees, but with an east-southeasterly breeze at 6 miles an hour. It feels like 7. That dew point is rather low, still at 0. So it feels very dry. Visibility not an issue, and the radar is so far free and clear precipitation, but over the next 8, 9+ hours, that is expected to change. The reason for that is because we do have high pressure and control over towards southern New England right now, but back toward the west, we do have an area of low pressure working its way in from the mid-Ohio Valley, a trough associated with it, and that's going to bring increasing clouds during the overnight hours and that wintry mix for the late morning into the early afternoon as we head through our Tuesday. So for that reason, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect for Oneida and Otsego counties starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and there it goes through 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Further to the east, Herkimer, southern Herkimer, Fulton, and Montgomery counties, it goes through 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And the difference being there is that you are under a different National Weather Service office, and also the precipitation is going to end a little bit later there. Starting things off with Futurecast, first things first, we'll see increasing clouds toward and after midnight, and increasing southeasterly, if not east-southeasterly breeze as well. And again, more clouds by 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we will see increasing precipitation chances thereafter. So again, for most of our area, it's going to start as snow. For the North Country, it looks like it'll stay snow because of the colder temperatures there. And that's where you have the best chances of seeing some accumulation. But as we head through the afternoon into evening hours from the valley on toward the south, where you get some warmer air at the surface as well as up above our heads, we will see things mixing with, if not changing over to rain. So again, just to the north of the valley, that's where you have the best chance of seeing 2 to 4, maybe a few locally higher amounts, a little bit less as you head down toward the south. But by Wednesday, we'll start the day with some slick roads and then end up around 43 under some partial sunshine. Not far from that Thursday and Friday with some more shower chances. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, it looks like we do brighten things up once we get beyond Saturday, with highs in the low to mid, possibly upper 50s to around 60 degrees. And then don't forget, clocks go forward 1 hour as we head through Sunday, so that means that we get some later sunsets as well. Thomas, back over to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Not all
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Good Monday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a wintry mix ahead for your Tuesday. Most of that comes in the form of snow, but as we head through the afternoon, it looks like we'll get some warmer air both above our heads and here at the surface, and it looks like it could be mixing with, if not changing over to rain during the afternoon as a result. So let's take a look at what you need to know. Most of that precipitation occurs between about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and 1 to 3 a.m. as we head through Wednesday morning. And the main impact going to be some slick spots, maybe some reduced visibility at times, both of that resulting in some slow travel as we head through the day on Tuesday, especially for your evening commute. But again, not the worst storm we've ever seen, but something that we haven't seen in quite some time is a total lunar eclipse, and that's going to be occurring, well, the peak of it's going to be occurring tomorrow morning at 6:34 a.m., but it's really going to be a race against time for several reasons. One of them is because moonset here in central New York is at 6:29 a.m., but if you go out around 6 to 6:15, you might be able to see it. However, unfortunately, I do have some more bad news, and that is the fact that most of us will be seeing a lot of cloud cover at that time out ahead of the storm system that will be moving into our area during the day tomorrow. Right now, we're dealing with clear skies, however, in downtown Utica, currently sitting at 16 degrees with an east-southeasterly breeze at 6 miles an hour, making it feel like 7 above. That dew point is right at 0, so it still continues to feel very dry out there. And the dew point will come up during the overnight hours as well. And the visibility, not an issue right now at 10 miles. So we're dealing with a radar that is free and clear right now of precipitation, but over the next 12 hours or so, that is going to be changing. The reason for that is because we do have high pressure off the southern New England coast that originated from Canada. So while it has been dry today and largely cloud-free, it has been quite chilly for this time of year. An area of low pressure, however, now moving into the mid-Ohio Valley with a trough associated with it is what we have to thank for the extra cloud cover during the overnight hours, as well as that messy weather as we head through our Tuesday. So for that reason, a winter weather advisory has been issued for the southern and eastern sections of our viewing areas starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. For the slick roads for Oneida and Otsego counties, it goes until 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Elsewhere from Herkimer County points southeast, it goes through 3 a.m. on Wednesday because the precipitation there is going to end a little bit later. It also starts a little bit later there. But again, overnight tonight, we will see increasing clouds for your morning commute. It looks dry, no big issues. But then after 9, 10, maybe as late as 11 a.m. to noon from southwest to northeast, that's when we'll start to see that precipitation breaking out. And area-wide, it looks to start as snow, but from the valley on toward the south, looks like it could transition over to a period of mixed precipitation, if not some rain, as we get some of that warmer area. And up toward the north, though, the north country, I do think you will stay mainly snow because of the colder air up there. So that's where you have the best potential of seeing a couple of inches of accumulation. It's also going to be a heavier, wetter snow as well, because temperatures are going to be right around the freezing mark on either side. From the valley on toward the south, though, maybe seeing a coating to 2 inches at best in terms of snowfall accumulation. As we head through Wednesday, the roads may be quite slick to start out, but then we do develop some partial sunshine. It becomes drier and milder as well. 43 for the high. Not far from that for both Thursday and Friday, but it does come with some shower chances Thursday afternoon through Friday morning. So obviously that'll be in the form of rain, and then definitely some rain as we head through Saturday. Too warm for snow with highs 55 to 60 degrees, and not far from that as we head through both Sunday and Monday. It looks nice and mild for those 2 days. And we also spring forward as we head through Sunday, and we'll also be able to enjoy that sunshine as well. Thomas, back over to you.
Welcome to spring, Jordan.